I'll set this thing up. First time speaker, long time Mac user. This is my topic. Please try to follow because I'm unleashing my ADHD in 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Please try to focus. So, how to start stand-up? How to start doing stand-up? First question is, are you funny? If you're not funny on stage and not away from the stage, like off stage, maybe not start it. But a lot of engineers think they're funny. I thought I was funny. I really wasn't. I had like funny ideas, but they didn't resonate with my audience. And why is that? Like we've lived a different life. We've experienced different things. And when you're like writing jokes, it's super important to figure out what are the details that you need to understand the joke. Learn to tell the story that way that it has required elements and nothing else. This slide set has a lot of like unnecessary slides. Joke structure on atomic level. What is a joke? It's basically setup and a punchline. What those mean? I'll give an example. I did a dentist joke yesterday. I had gained weight. I didn't notice it. Went to a dentist. That's the setup. That's enough information for you to understand the punchline. The punchline was the dentist asked me if I can be 1 hour without food. So setup, punchline. That's the basic stuff. Later on, you learn that funny is funny. Like, that's it. There's no rules to stand-up comedy or comedy. Funny is funny. Anything can be funny. Missing pen, mic not working, me running to the stage, whatever that might be. If it's funny, it's funny. The goal is laughs. Like when you're doing stand-up comedy, it's not smiles. It's not they enjoyed them or they smiled really hard. That's not the goal. And the worst one is that someone comes to you after the gig that you are so brave. That's like, it's not what I want to hear. I want to like hear that, what you did. But when you start with the basics. It's the same with programming. I didn't have time to invent the example. How to get better in stand-up. I have 55 slides, so that's why we're running. You have to practice. So write, test. Like untest the joke. It might be funny or it might not be funny. You have to test it with the audience. If the audience laughs, there's something. It's still not a joke that works because it has to be tested with multiple audiences, different kind of audiences. Topics you can joke about. If it's part of life, you can talk about it. You can joke about it, but you can't. Like, there are hard topics, and they are hard for a reason. Joke about something that is kind of hard and don't make the people laugh is probably offending. So it's easier to start with easier topics, and I see a lot of comedians starting with, like, they watch Spielberg, and then they're like, I'll talk about like hating women or whatever that is. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah. How to get gigs? The meat of the presentation comes soon. I have still 3 minutes and I can go over. How to get gigs? Super easy. Write 5-minute set, practice it, like learn it word by word, then go to an open mic club. There's a bunch of in Helsinki, in big cities there are open mic clubs. Go and watch shows, then you see who are the comedians, go and talk with them. That's it, how it goes. Then you go on stage, when you get the actual spot, it's super hard, but that's how you start doing it. You just go, talk with people, and start doing it. Remember, photos, nobody had, like that guy did, but like no one else has taken any photos, and please tag me. Then the meat. How can it help you with your professional career? And I'm not saying that everyone should start it. Maybe some of you want to try it. But how it can help and how it has helped me is it gives you superpowers. And those superpowers are you're better storyteller. I'm not saying I'm a good storyteller, I'm saying I'm better than I used to be, which was super bad. You learn how to read the audience, and that's the engineer problem. You're telling jokes, people might be smiling or like, we are not looking for that, stop doing it, it's annoying, it's not funny. And I'm not saying you are, but like, some of you for sure are, and I used to be. You'll be more entertaining in all communication. It's easier to kind of like keep the attention. You can become more extrovert if you want. I'll give you an example from my life. I was afraid of giving speeches. This was impossible for me 10 years ago. I have danced probably like 3 times sober. Yeah. And this is few months ago from a roast battle, which was like a stand-up competition. I had my own dancehall group. I twerked on the stage in my swimming pants. Didn't really think through what's going to happen after the entrance. So the stand-up gig, yeah, and I have a crown, and yeah, I'm an asshole, but yeah. And it can give you more superpowers. You learn to find the bugs in the real world. Like, this is stupid what we are doing. Like outside software. You learn to see things from different perspectives. You start to think that, okay, if I was a bus driver, how would it look like free drinks at Vala party? Like, that's awesome. Or something like that. You get more courage. I can ask hard-hitting questions, like things that people can't ask, and still do it in a way that people don't get offended, or mostly don't get offended. But you have that power, and everyone has it. But I've gotten more courage from stand-up than doing anything else, and it's the hardest thing I've ever done. And you learn to survive like uncomfortable situations. I think I'm like somewhere on the autistic perspective. I have some things there, and it causes uncomfortable social situations, and now I enjoy them because I know that there's something funny in it. Maybe I'll write a joke about it or something. Like, it's much more easier for me to stand in front of people and not seeing any laughs or like they're like, what? That's one thing. Bonus. Empathic trolling is fun, I like it. Like, trolling is fun, but empathic trolling, I added the word there because it's yeah, I like it. Might not help you with your career, but it's still fun. Here's an example of a podcast I do with my friends where I had this idea of I'm becoming a shaman. I took this flute there, like wooden flute, earth flute, 332 hertz, like it's super nice. And look at those faces, like that's... And they thought this is for real. They were like, now he's gone mad. They didn't question it. Super fun, super fun. Like one of the best things I did in the last 6 months. Some facts, just that I go over enough. Like, we have 2 minutes, that's good. Don't do it for money. There's none. There's some money for some people, but like, there's a lot of people starting comedy, and at one point they ask, like, when are you going to get, like, when do you start getting money? At one point I had did like 5 years, and I said to one of these persons, said that, okay, I've gotten like 250 euros now from 5 years, but I've spent like 2,000 euros for travel, so that's the thing. And seeing the eyes like, oh, okay, this is not my next kind of a career. Don't do it for money. Getting laughs is addictive. First time I went on stage and got some laughs, super addictive. I knew that I'm going to do that. We're feeling something with it. I said, I changed the audience feeling. Yep, there's something empty inside. Do therapy in addition to stand-up. Truths. Don't suppress the feelings stand-up causes in both positive and negative way. Like, if I would be doing a stand-up gig and nobody laughs for 20 minutes, it hurts. You shouldn't kind of like suppress those feelings with alcohol or drugs or anything like that. Just like learn to cope with it. If it's not for you, it's not for you, but don't use any substances. And also the positive way. Like when you laugh, it's like, haha, king of the world. Like, no. Learn to cope with it. When you start, you're not funny. That's a fact. I watched like my first gig few years ago. I've done it for 7 years. 2 years ago, I watched it. Horrible. Back then, I thought it went fine. Now I watch it. It's like stop doing stand-up. Like don't. You have nothing. But it's helpful to think that you're funny, because otherwise you won't continue. So the illusion is good. Just the closing remarks. 4 minutes overtime. Getting better takes time. It might take, like getting to good might take 10 years. Louis C.K. only done good things 20 years before getting really good. Like he did 20 years, died 20 years, and then he got good. That's at least 4,000 gigs, probably even more, closer to 10,000, but 4,000 at least. It takes time. But for professional career, you'll get benefits instantly. Like, you'll be more or better storyteller. It's so much easier for me to be on this stage than without stand-up. So that's why I think it's good. There's links. Remember to tag me. And thank you.